silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Down, they'll start out with Akers. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. Robinson's got it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Right at the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
From the 29, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Lance now to throw.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Stafford on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown.
Cooper Kupp, 33 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to catch.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Atwell now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Again, it's Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on first down is Lance.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Lance looking to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air again, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Stafford. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Is that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down.
The slot man in motion right.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. McCaffrey on the counter, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga, and the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And this return will net positive as he gets past the... to the 27-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Chubb will try the middle here. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Cooper, the man in motion right. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Going right back to Akers. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard. becomes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 55 yards. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Ready.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that.
The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. 6-0 our score after one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. I don't
don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over.